I had the privilege of talking to one of our preachers who's doing an excellent job at the local level. They baptized over a dozen people this year. I said, brother, explain to me, what's the big difference between what we're teaching and what you've been doing in the past? He said, Rob, listen, I've always loved evangelism. I've studied it. Here's the big difference. Your approach is congregational. Brethren, congregational evangelism is what God intended. He did not intend for us to grab 6, 8, or 10 members on a Monday night and exclusively use those members to evangelize our communities. That is a model for failure. You see, the Church of Christ is an army of soul winners. A congregational approach is the only approach. When we show up at a local church, our goal and our job is to get the pew members involved. That's why using tools like this bookmark is so important, because once you put this into the hands of the church members and have them begin recording people they know that are lost, and then you show them the contact card and you teach them that, listen, when they're sick, when they've lost a loved one, if they just got married, had a baby, if a life-changing event, fill out the contact card. The reason that's important is because it gives skin in the game to every church member. It's not just about an elder or a preacher. You cannot hide evangelism in the elder's office or just among the deacons. The preacher and the elders must get out into that worship assembly on a Sunday morning, and they must engage those members who know not hundreds, but if you're a congregation of 100, you know thousands of contacts in your community. Congregational evangelism is what God intended. Listen to the scriptures. In 1 Corinthians 12 and 14, for the body is not one member, but many. You see, we're composed of many members with various talents. Engage those talents. Make sure that the church members understand their responsibility is not just to come to the assembly, to go through a Bible class, a sermon, and worship. But brethren, being a Christian is far more than that. It involves us going into our communities and taking what we've been taught and bringing that message of hope to our communities. The congregational approach is better than the individual approach. You see, it's not hard for me to resist you as an individual. You're just one person, and I can resist you. I can tell you no. Try to tell the entire Church of Christ no. As we prospect those contacts, as we shower compassion cards on them, no, not one card with 10 signatures, but boatloads of cards. Food is brought, lawns are mowed, cars are washed, houses are clean, mailboxes are fixed. We engage an army. We're an army of soul winners. The Church of Christ was uniquely created to fulfill her mission. Don't shortchange the church and try to do it on your own. A preacher who tries to bear the burden of evangelism on his back, you're going to break his back. He can't do it. It's the job of the church to work together. 1 Corinthians 12 and 18, for God has set the members, every one of them, in the body as it pleases him. God has placed you in the church. He's formed and created the church because there's no organization out there more capable of reaching souls. Brethren, think about it. We have the greatest leader, the greatest message. We have the perfect strategy. We just need to do it. So my plea in this week's Strategies for Success is a congregational approach. Engage your local church. Every Sunday, make sure you use the bookmarks. Use those contact cards. Make sure that church members understand their role, those compassion card teams, the card writing. Then do some door knocking once a month. Use those new mover contacts. Make sure you have families trained what to do when visitors walk in the door. There's so much that you can be doing. It's exciting. Congregational evangelism will take your congregation to the next level. It will make congregational work fun for the preacher, enjoyable for the church members. God has given us a mission. We can complete it when we work together.